Hi, this is Mark Wade from centercitycondos.com at Berkshire Hathaway, Fox & Roach Realtors. In this podcast, I'd like to talk to you about 210 West Washington Square, known as the Ayer. Okay, here we go. I know the building fairly well. My office was in that building for about 7 or 8 years before it was sold and then turned to condominiums. It sits on the west side of Washington Square. It's a very unique building as far as inventory here in Center City. And here's my take on it. It's a very modern, minimalistic, really kind of groovy building that high ceilings on every floor, about 11 foot. And the scale of each unit when you walk in, it really is significantly different than a lot of other buildings in town where you walk in and at the Ayer you walk in and it feels very open because you have the very high ceilings. The scale of the windows is really phenomenal. And if you look at most of the floor plans in the building are corner units, which are really nice. So you walk into this massive scale of a living room and the windows are just from here to eternity. It's pretty neat. So anyway, okay, what else can I tell you? When it was done, it was, again, very modern, very minimalistic in terms of the kitchen, the bathrooms. The fit and finish is exceedingly high. This is overall, when we look at entire buildings in town, the Ayer is different in the fact that the fit and finish is so strong throughout, and it plays well. It's been playing well in the resale market. There are generally more demand than there is inventory at the Ayer, in my opinion. What's interesting is that I'll get a lot of buyers that say, well, I want to be in Rittenhouse Square, and I'll look at this building, and I'll look at that building, I'll look at the other building. When I mention Washington Square, they maybe grumble a little bit, sometimes, depending on their price range and really what their priorities are. But somebody who's specific to Rittenhouse Square, I can pull them to Washington Square if there's a unit at the Ayer to show. So for some of those buyers who are very, very location specific, the Ayer is an option. I mean, who doesn't want to be in this building on a mid to high floor, even a low floor, facing Washington Square? It really is spectacular. The treetop view out of, like the third, fourth, fifth, sixth floors in here, still unbelievable. I like the penthouses up on top. There are a total of 51 condos in the building. I definitely rate it as an A building. Most of the tax abatements, if not all the tax abatements, have since expired. Their 10 years have gone by. If not, perhaps there may be one or two where the tax abatement may last another year or so. There is valet parking. It's a mechanical parking system, from what I understand. Not really sure and I don't think anyone's sure because no one's really ever seen it. It's this mystery that takes your car away and then brings it back when you need it. Anyway, 100% valet. It is, of course, a pet-friendly building. Anytime in Center City we have a building that is kind of up on this level, they're all going to be pet-friendly. I mean, there may be restrictions as far as breed or number of dogs or the size, whatever, but definitely a pet-friendly building. I've got some very hard-to-find floor plans. I don't know anybody else who's got these floor plans on my website at Center City Condos under the Ayer. And again, when what's striking is the size. What's striking is the size and the scale of the windows, and pretty neat. So anyway, the Ayer, 210 West Washington Square. Just a couple one-bedrooms in the building, and I think they're even like maybe 900 or 1,100 square feet. Don't remember off the top of my head. But most of the units in the building are going to be larger. The average size in the building is going to tend to scale on the higher side. So anyway, it's a nice building. If there's units available and you're looking at an A buildings around town, you absolutely have to see the Ayer. You would be remiss if you didn't. So there you go. This is Mark Wade. Questions, comments, or concerns, pick up the telephone, push the buttons on the front of it, 215-521-1523. Thanks for listening.